have as our statue of Mary, and she is pondering. Mary treasured all these words and pondered them in her heart. And so this is what happens to us today, this morning, because it is the gift of Mary as Mother of God, as Mother of the human family, and you and me. I was fortunate to be able to visit my family for a few days, I think in the middle of town near Lansing, Michigan. And this year, there were 3 children who were born. And one was about 6 weeks, the other is about 3 weeks, and the other one is around a year or so, not ready to walk, but, using their knees and going around. And for me, I found so much meaning in that, I guess because I haven't been a father in that way, and I haven't, been to the day-to-day happenings, And I wanted to bring a couple of them along with me today because I really enjoyed isn't the right word, but meaningful, I guess. And so we can put ourselves also with Mary because this is the early time of Mary's life with Jesus. And we can all know about the difficult times of children when you have to keep changing their diaper and all those kinds of things. But after that's over, and sometimes the baby even tells you, "Oh, what a relief it is," just by their actions and just being at home. And sometimes we have it where the child is quite young, and you're kind of looking, well, when is my child going to see? And all of a sudden, you kind of see it coming, and all of a sudden there's this time and this day. It's beautiful. The child sees you and is happy, and you see the child, and I'm sure your inner self is just bubbling over, because now, first of all, you know that the child can see. You don't know that before. We don't know all of the things that are about the child's life. We learn them one by one, and when are they going to walk? And those things. And another time is, I saw it would be my great-grandniece. I have to go back that far. And, the child was there, and so she had her in her arms, and so she started to, kind of bother the child a little bit. It was kind of humorous, All of a sudden the child just says, "I really like that," and then his arms and his legs went all over the place, and you know how that is. And it is such a beautiful thing to not only see it, but just to remember it. And these are some of the things that Mary is going through now. She doesn't have any doubt about it, but she experiences the gift of Jesus in a motherly way. And I know our fathers have their own way in which they receive those kinds of things. And I'm sure for many times it is similar. But as a man or as a woman, there's differences in there on how it catches us, because you have had the child in you. You have felt the changes and, the little kicks once in a while and all those kinds of things, And so these examples remind us that when we follow the growth of a child or a grandchild or great-grandchild, etc., we are really following our own life again, and we notice these things. The last time I was in Michigan was in September. And one of the things the family was aware of was that, of course, one of the nephews, who is a year and a half, and, the parents, they take them to church. And all of a sudden, this little guy kind of got out of control. And so he goes out of the pew, and he's about, I think that where they usually, it's about 6 pews from the front, and he got out of there. And where does he go? He goes to the front, and then he realizes, well, where am I going? And then first he puts one foot up on the next step like he's going to go in the sanctuary, and there was a little in the group, and then, but no, he comes around and he looks at everybody and he just smiles. And then finally the family, get back here. So what happened was they changed the confessional, one of the confessionals now. They made it also into a crying room because it's, like 3/4 of the way up. Well, something happened with that. So Jesus is growing. Mary is growing. We are growing. Just like all those first days, we learned this, we learned that. Well, we were worried or wondering how long is it going to take for this child to know how to handle the spoon and all those kinds of things, And we go on like that too. We have to learn different things. So it'll be interesting to think of, well, what things do I think I have to learn this year? And what things have I learned last year? But it just keeps going, that education of life that is part of the gift of Jesus to us, because we live our life. We don't live them like they are a statue. We live them in the minutes and the hours and the days and the months of the years. And we pray that with Mary, following her example, and Jesus growing up, that we too will find peace and joy in life, even though for many people they are without cause for such things.